Is Jacob deGrom the best player in sports right now? He has faced 101 batters this season. He has struck out 50 of them. Friday night, in that game you just heard a moment from, he struck out 15. He gave up 2 hits. He had 2 hits. Jacob deGrom is playing Little League Baseball right now. He has more RBIs this year than earned runs allowed. Let me say that again. He has generated more offense this year than he has given up. So I will come back once again to Hembo. Actually, no, I'll go to hashtag Bubba. Hashtag Bubba is the biggest Met fan that I know. He, along with Metropolitan Ray. Bubba, is right now Jacob deGrom the best player in sports?
You know what? I'm going to have to go with yes.
He is, right? Bubba, Hembo, you sent me a bunch of notes on Saturday morning, and again, no one follows baseball. No one understands its history or its present any better than you do. You told me you think he is the best you've ever seen.
He's not just the best player in sports right now. He is the best pitcher that I have ever seen with my 2 eyes. And given all the likely baseball changes that we're going to see come down the pike here for the next few years, we're going to remember Jacob deGrom's 2021 season the way that we remember Bob Gibson's 1968 season. He's that kind of good right now.
Why are we going to remember it that way?
Because he's going to be the face of it, and he's going to be utterly dominant throughout the entire season. He's going to put up numbers that we've probably never seen before, and he's already 4 starts into doing just that.
And meaning you think that he's going to be so good they may make changes in the sport based upon him?
Bob Gibson was the reason, as we remember, that they moved the mound down. Jacob deGrom might be the reason they moved the mound back. That's how history might remember the 2021 season.
The thing is that Gibson was sort of the face of, the poster for a season in which all pitching dominated.
Yeah, the year of the pitcher. But right now, offensive numbers across baseball are down to the point that that season's statistics were through this point in the season.
But is that because, A, the pitchers are so good, or B, because of the way people stack their rotation / their bullpen / the way hitters are approaching hitting? Again, I gave you the stat. deGrom has struck out 50 of the 101 batters he has faced. I don't care how good he is, that wouldn't have happened 20 years ago. Literally no one would have done that 20 years ago because hitters would have worked things. Hitters are swinging from their heels, Hembo, on 2-strike counts. I mean, the sport has changed and has sort of met him halfway. I'm not taking anything away from deGrom. He's unbelievable. But the sport has met him at least a third of the way.
I think that you're probably right. But right now, Jacob deGrom has 3 pitches better than any pitch anyone threw 20 years ago. He's sitting 99 with his fastball. He has a 91-mile-per-hour changeup right now that breaks off the table. He's got a 91-mile-an-hour snapdragon that no one can discern either. Right now, he has 3 pitches that would make him a frontline ace, and right now, all 3 of them are working in like it is remarkable to see. It's like a symphony watching him pitch right now. The Nationals essentially gave up at the end of that game to keep him from getting 20 strikeouts.
By the way, I mentioned that Bubba, besides Metropolitan Ray, is the biggest Met fan I know. I promptly got a text from Metropolitan Ray who writes, quote, "Forget the clarification of in sports. deGrom is just the best person, period." That's how he feels. I've got another guy who works at the golf course that I play at regularly, my buddy Chris Spear, who's a crazy, passionate Met fan. I saw him Saturday. So the game is Friday night.
Right.
He said to me, "Greeny, I'm watching with tears in my eyes." I mean, he's older. He's like, "I've never seen anything like this." He's old enough, and I'm old enough to remember when Dwight Gooden came up. You, Hembo, are not. When Gooden first came up, Gooden was a star on a level, and he was that kind of good. I mean, Gooden was coming up, and you were looking at him, and you would think, this guy could be the best you've ever seen. deGrom is better. I mean, I'm watching this right now. deGrom is better. I didn't think I'd ever see anyone pitch any better on a short, narrow window than we saw Gooden when he first came up. I thought, this guy's going to be the best pitcher that ever lived. This guy is better. deGrom is better.
He has 50 strikeouts and has allowed 1 earned run through 4 starts. Randy Johnson is the only other person in history to do that over any 4-start span, and it's in Jacob deGrom's first 4 starts in a season in which he theoretically should still be ramping up.
The actual interesting question of it, though, is he even definitively the best player in baseball?